Welcome to another episode of the Christian Buddy Show. My name's Christian Buddy, your host. And in today's video, I'm going to give you the most complete review on the internet today about the best intermittent fasting apps of 2020. Before I start into today's video, I want to give you guys a reminder that I have released an ebook on fasting. So within the ebook, I do contain variations of fasting. I do go into the intracellular mechanism of autophagy. I do talk about productivity, and does fasting give you a competitive edge in sports? All these things you can learn in my fasting ebook. I've got a link in the description. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. Alright guys, first and foremost, thank you for being here. If you do like this content, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. So first of all, why would we need an intermittent fasting app? Well, data is king. Well, I guess it provides a sense of accomplishment to see that you've got all this data tracked, and you can see and you can make pivots and adjustments in your fasting protocols depending on your data that you have. But you can't have that data without a good intermittent fasting app. So in today's video, I'm going to cover 11 of the top intermittent fasting apps in the marketplace today. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into today's video. So before I jump into today's video, I want to give you just a bit of a background how I'm going to rank these apps. So it's based upon certain metrics. So number 1 being cost, number 2 being capability, number 3 being design, how easy is it to use, and number 4 the educational system. So what information are these apps giving to you on intermittent fasting? Because I think that's a crucial element in taking your fasting protocol or taking your fasting practice to the next game. So I'm going to start with number 11 on the list, which is DoFasting. Now, DoFasting has got some extraordinary reviews, and it seems a bit contradictory as to why I've put this so low on the list. The primary reason I put this so low on the list is there's no free trial. There are so many more better options that are free. Why would I be paying for an app? For the primary reason that there is no free trial in this, so I don't know what I'm getting myself into. If I don't want to buy something that I don't know, I can't trust. So for that reason, I've placed DoFasting at the bottom of the list. So number 10, let's move up to Simple Fasting app. And for a similar reason, I've put this low on the list, primarily because it only offers a 7-day trial. And after the 7-day trial, it costs $60 to continue for the paid version. Now, I'm not doubting or discrediting the capability of these apps, but I don't want to pay for something that I don't quite know or I haven't properly tested yet. It's like when you go to the dealership to buy a car, you're not going to buy a car until you've actually driven in that car and given a proper test. Moving on to the next app, which is 0 Calories. In a nutshell, this app has great functionality. It does exactly what it says it's meant to be doing. The only weakness is its lack of educational support. So how do I know, am I fasting right, or what are the protocols of the fasting that I should be learning? And its design. There is the inclusion of Google Ads, which personally I think it detracts from the user experience. I don't want Google Ads bombarding my interface. I just want a clean, smooth interface and gets me from A to B as quickly as possible. So that's the reason I've placed number 9 as 0 Calories. Alright guys, so number 8 on the list is Vora. And it's funny because it looks like Vora is being developed by a statistician. It's heavy on analytics, and I believe you can also export your data as CSV. So it's handy for those people who are on their computer, or I guess a whiz of spreadsheets. But it does lack educational support, and the design doesn't stack up in weight of its competitors. The top guys do have great design, and this just falls short of the mark. So for that reason, I've placed Vora as number 8 on the list. Number 7 we have Fastient. Now Fastient is a beautiful app. Design, the color palette is smooth, easy on the eyes. The only thing that lets this app down is its lack of educational support. Don't get me wrong, this app it functions well, and there's only small things that separates the top guys in this list. And unfortunately, Fastient, I'd like to rank Fastient a bit higher, but it just falls short of the mark. So that was Fastient. I've ranked that number 7 in the list. Number 6, we have Fast Habit. Now, Fast Habit has brilliant design, brilliant functionality. However, it lacks educational support. The menu is not as clear as other apps in this genre. It does give you a great view of your historical fast, so that's one positive. So that's number 6, Fast Habit. Moving up the list, we see number 5, we see Body Fast. Now this is where we see the heavyweights start to come in, and we see an upheaval of educational systems, and Body Fast does that. They have an excellent FAQ, so if I want to learn a little bit more about intermittent fasting, it's all within the app. Simple design, great functionality. The only thing I didn't really appreciate was I found it a bit overwhelming to input the times and dates of each fast as opposed to just tracking my fast. I felt like this was more of a planner instead of a tracker per se. So that was number 5, Body Fast. Let's move on to number 4, Fastic. Fastic is a well-functioning app. Design is slightly overwhelming, offers a lot of capabilities such as water tracking, steps tracking. There is the addition of community support, and it has got that cartoonish vibe to it. The only detractor is I found the design a little bit overwhelming. There are a lot of options to go through on the main page, and for that reason I have put it as number 4. Number 3, we have Simple. Now Simple is an up and coming app that I'm looking forward to seeing the future development of this app purely based off its AI capability. So in the future it will have AI capability which will predict to you what fasting protocol to go on, which is quite interesting if you ask me. And its interface is quite impressive and reminds me of an aurora borealis.
Oh, I'm pooped.
Yes, I should be. Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Aurora borealis?
So you can seamlessly transition between tracking of your fasting, of your water intake, of your activity intake, which is quite useful. That was number 3, Simple. On to the next app, we see number 2, Life Fasting Tracker. Now, in essence, Life Fasting Tracker is not only an intermittent fasting app, it's a lifestyle app. The reason I say that is it gives you the ability to have consultations with coaches in a lot of different various health and wellness areas, which I found quite helpful. It is free, and you only are paying for the coaching advice. There is community support. So I thought that this app was definitely worth mentioning as number 2. Last but not least, we have the winner of the greatest intermittent fasting app, which is Zero. And I'm gonna deep dive into the reasons why I picked Zero as the top app, and it's basically come down to 2 factors. Number 1, its educational system is second to none, utilizing the knowledge of people like Thomas DeLoya and Peter Attia, top fasting experts, so you know that the information on there is sound and rock solid. Secondly, due to its design, there was no overwhelm in this app. As soon as I jumped in, I knew what I was getting in. I knew it was just highly intuitive. So from having not used the app to having used the app, it's quite easy to navigate to where you want to go. You can check your historical fasts, etc. So for that reason, I have given Zero. They are the winner based on their educational system and the design. It doesn't have the capability as its competitors, but you gotta ask yourself the question, does more capability equal a better app? In this case, I don't think it does. So that's it, guys. That is my top 11 intermittent fasting apps for 2020. If you do want to read a little bit more, I have posted a blog post. You can check that in the link below. If you guys want to sign up to my email list with content about health and wellness, please feel free. There's also another link down there. I'm not going to bombard you with too many links now, but look, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and guys, comment like which app do you use to track your intermittent fasting? I'm curious to know. Please provide a comment, and that's it guys. Thanks for watching the video, and remember to become your best self.